tried to get into games like Crimsondesert for years, but I simply couldn't do it. I've played Skyrim, it's been remastered so many times that I forgot how many times it's been remastered. Apparently it's on a fridge. So every single time I play the game, I quit. Like, I try it for a bit, do the tutorial, do a few missions, and I just get bored. I don't know, I'm just a gamer. I like to play games, I like to have fun, right? But this game is different. So when I started playing Crimsondesert, I knew exactly how it was going to go. Because somehow, in all my years of been playing games, is this the game that's going to actually hook me? And this is why I'm creating the video today. So I've put about 3 hours into Crimsondesert so far. It's not a lot, but it's enough for me to review the video. And I'm going to be honest, this game, an RPG, has made me come back. First things first, this game looks insane. Like, literally unfair. I'm using an AMD Ryzen 5 7600X and an AMD RX 9070. No stutters, no drops, no lag, nothing. Literally, it runs perfect. Like, I'm actually really surprised. It's on the most ultra settings that I can. I went to cinematic, there was a few frame drops, obviously, but it just looks amazing. There are some moments in the game where I walk up to a wall and I'm like, damn, look at that rock. It was a good rock. I like boulders. I love boulders. But that rock was amazing. You know, just the little things like that. Even the trees. I literally walked up to a mountain edge and I caught myself just looking at the mountains and just panning the camera. It's really rare I do that. I think the last one I did do that was in Red Dead. And that was, what's that, 2017? I'm just completely baffled. But the visuals aside, the real reason I think this game works is how easy it is to get distracted. You start heading towards a quest, you see something in the distance, I just want to go and check it out, quickly, and boom, 30 minutes are gone. I went off track for what I thought was be a 2-minute walk, ended up being a whole adventure. Fights, exploration, nearly dying a lot, and at the end of it, I'm literally just sat there like, what was I even doing? Now let's talk about the start of the game. I usually start the game like, oh yeah, let's see how this is. But the tutorial actually hooked me. I was like, whoa, this is really cool. And then it just went, well actually I had no idea what was going on. Crimson actually does a decent job here. The tutorial is fun, it keeps you intrigued and it just keeps you going. And then you just jump into the main world and then you just surrounded by these different crazy characters, you got orcs, you got people and then more orcs and magic and wizards. There's just a lot going on. Because literally nothing kills my boredom quicker than sat there just listen to hours and hours of dialogue. And I'm sat there like, when are we going to play the game, guy? When are we just going to jump in and just start stabbing and chopping up things? I'm just sat there like, yay. But Crimson, I'm in. I'm shooting. I'm flying. There's wizards. It's fun. Nice. Alright, we're on to combat. This is the big one. Because if the combat doesn't feel good, I'm not sticking around. Simple as that. And so far, it actually feels solid. It's got weight to it, it feels impactful, movement feels responsive, and when things get hectic, it really gets hectic. There's a bit of a learning curve though. I've definitely had moments where I'm just button mashing and hoping for the best. Like we all do, I'm not the only one. And other moments, things are actually just a click, You start timing things better and dodging properly, picking your own fights. I walked up to a bunch of raiders. I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing here. But I just kind of button mash my way and they're all dead. And it feels good when it works. But yeah, I've also had to do the opposite as well. Where at moments I'm walking into a game and I just die. Because I completely forgot how to, dodge. So a knight comes up to me, he literally hits me and I'm dead. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I pressed dodge here, but, we'll go with it. So I'll continue button mashing my own way through the game. Now, there's been a big thing online about the inventory and how confusing it was. There was a patch as well to make it a little bit easier. But, truth be told, I've literally just been picking up all the stuff. You can literally pick up coins one at a time. And I put them in my bag. I literally got a little pickpocket with coins in it. I don't care what the item is. I see it, I put it in my pocket. I see it, I put it in my pocket. Useless random junk that I don't even need. At one point I'll be in the game and I'm like, why do I have all this stuff? You're at the shop, you're like, what can I sell? Oh, this carrot. Yeah, I don't need the carrot. Now the game is not perfect. I'm literally seeing so many different comments on the game. Is it great? Is it not great? It's compared to Red Dead. Why is it compared to Red Dead? They're two different companies and they want to do so many different things. There was one comment that I seen. The game is like a river, but of a depth of a puddle. I don't think that's true, because everything I have seen so far it's just so detailed. There's one element which I think could be improved, and that's the waypoints to get places. So obviously you see the X on the map, right? There was, I think it's the 3rd or 4th mission where you had to get into a castle with a key. Spoilers. Well, I don't think that's a spoiler. Is it? I hope not. Anyway, it was a mission. So I had to try and get into this castle. And there was an X, right? So I climbed up the side of the castle, but apparently you had to get some kind of armor to get into the castle. I don't know if I was doing it right, but I got in there and I got killed way too many times, or they got me and they kicked me out of the castle, and then I just kept going back in. Eventually I did it, but I do think it could be improved a little bit. I don't know how, I'm not a developer. Now, I've seen a lot of stuff online about this game. I don't know how much I actually do believe, but apparently later on, they're dragons. Literal dragons. I know it was in the trailer, but it never really showed you how you actually got the dragons. I mean, it sounds insane, but I've also read that things like, it takes 90 hours to actually get a dragon. Now, I'm not saying that's wrong, but I'm not trusting random sources on the internet like that, because I've already seen some things that just don't add up. Like, I saw people saying it takes 4 hours to get to another town. 4 hours, unbelievable. And when I was like, alright, that sounds a bit mad, so I tested it. I started from the starting castle. Yes, I've not left the castle because I'm only like 2-3 hours into the game. What do you expect? So I started walking. I feel I sound like Forrest Gump. So I got on my horse. I started walking and a horse. I did a bit of both, alright? And I made my way across. I set a random waypoint on the map. Crimsondesert, of course. And I just walked there. I walked for so long. 30 minutes. It wasn't 4 hours. Where are we getting 4 hours from? Maybe that's the game or missions to get to the next place. Now, I'm just sat there thinking, where did 4 hours come from? Were they walking backwards? Did they get lost for 3.5 hours? How do you get lost in this game? Are we even playing the same game? I don't know. But it does definitely make me think I'm just better off experiencing it for myself, instead of just believing everything I read. So yeah, if there really are dragons later on, and it actually takes 90 hours to get one, I guess we'll just have to find out, because I really want to fly a dragon. But even with that, the biggest surprise is just how easy it is to get into. It's not overwhelming straight away, it just looks really good. It lets you explore, it lets you figure things out. And for someone like me who normally struggles with RPGs, that's quite a big deal. Because usually by now I'm already thinking about quitting, but instead I'm thinking about what I'm going to do next. And yeah, and that's kind of dangerous. It's kind of like Minecraft. You're only on it for 10 minutes, and next thing you know, you're there for 24 hours. I'm mad. So you can tell what I'm going to be like with this game. I played it, and I'm not going to step outside for days. So yeah, first impressions of Crimsondesert, I'm genuinely impressed. It's a game I never thought I'd play, but I'm playing it. And I'm playing it, and I'm not quitting. I'm enjoying it. What a shock. I want to see more. I want to do more of this game. I don't know how many hours. Apparently, is it 200 hours to complete the game? I've read. I know I said earlier, don't trust your sources online, Lewis. But I've read it's going to take about 200 hours to do. And I'm keen. I'm going to continue playing this game and see what actually happens. Funny moments, funny characters, dragons, because I really want to fly a dragon. Let me know what your thoughts are on the game. Have you played it? Have you tried it? Have you got as far as me getting past the castle? Well, I've not actually got past the castle. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Or are you like me? Do you usually struggle with story-based games? Or do you like something fast and action-wise like Assassin's Creed? Either way, I'll catch you in the next video.